If you're a man over 60, you've probably noticed that certain things that used to happen naturally now seem more distant. And sometimes, no matter how much you want or try, your body simply doesn't respond. Maybe you feel desire, have the urge, but at the crucial moment, something fails. And that's when frustration starts to grow silently inside you. It's not just a physical issue. It's as if something inside you is slowly shutting down. If this has happened to you, take a deep breath. You're not alone. This is a reality I see every day in my office. And today, I want to show you that there is indeed a simple, natural, affordable alternative that can make all the difference. Something you already have at home. Something that can work better than many people imagine. And it all starts with a glass. Yes, a glass of water, but not just any way. And that's what no one is explaining to you. I'm Dr. Anna, a doctor trained at USP, specializing in nutrology from the Federal University of Sao Paulo, with over 25 years attending men like you. Real men with real stories, silent fears, doubts that aren't always spoken aloud. And what I'm going to share with you now comes from practice, science, and listening. It's about how something as simple as the way you drink water can activate your circulation, reignite your potency, and restore something much deeper, your masculine self-esteem. Recently, I treated Mr. Pedro, 69 years old, a widower and retiree. He came to me saying he no longer felt like a man, his words. He said, "Doctor, I still feel the desire, but it seems like my body has forgotten how." And I understood immediately. Pedro wasn't sick. He was out of balance. His system was weakened. His body was dehydrated from attention, flow, and stimulus. We started with simple adjustments, and one of them was what I called the glass ritual, a small act done first thing in the morning, before anything else. And the results, according to him, were surprising. Pedro wrote to me 3 days later, "Doctor, my hands are warmer. I'm sleeping better, and this morning, something happened that hasn't in months." This kind of response is more common than it seems, and I want you to understand why. The male body is driven by circulation, blood flow, oxygen flow, energy flow. And when that flow starts to decrease due to age, diet, stress, medications, the first area to feel it is the most delicate one. Sexuality isn't just about erection. It's about vitality, about your identity as a man. And that's why water plays a much bigger role than you've been told, because it's literally the vehicle of your body. It transports nutrients, oxygen, regulates hormones, clears toxins, and most importantly, activates blood vessels. But the way you consume it changes everything. It's not just drinking any glass at any time. There's a specific way, and that's what I want you to learn. Right upon waking, your body is in a restart state. During the night, it lost fluids, accelerated metabolism, and went hours without any external stimulus. It's at that moment, in the first 5 minutes of the day, that your system is most receptive. It's when it's most ready to respond to what you offer. And if at that moment you offer the right liquid at the right temperature with the right elements, it responds, and responds quickly. The first rule is cool water, not ice cold, with a functional touch. And here's the ritual. A 200 milliliter glass of filtered or mineral water with a thin slice of lemon, with peel, and a pinch of pink salt or fleur de sel. No refined salt. You mix it, let it sit for 3 minutes, and drink in small sips with attention. This alone starts preparing your blood vessels. The citric acid activates digestion, the salt provides electrolytes, and the water on an empty stomach deeply hydrates your cells. But there's more. When this glass is taken before any stimulus, before coffee, before bread, before your phone, it sends a direct signal to your autonomic nervous system. And that signal activates 2 pathways, peripheral circulation and nitric oxide production. And what is nitric oxide? It's the molecule responsible for relaxing and expanding blood vessels. Without it, there's no erection. Without it, there's no body heat. Without it, there's no response. And that's exactly why this simple habit can trigger a chain of positive effects. And it's not theory, it's science. Studies from the University of Tokyo, USP, and Harvard show that small changes in morning routines have a direct impact on vascular health in men over 60. And you know what these studies also show? That men with stable routines and proper hydration have more frequent erections, higher testosterone production, and fewer episodes of fatigue. But it doesn't stop there. This glass, when combined with 3 minutes of conscious breathing, the famous 4-2-6 cycle, which I teach in other videos, potentiates the effect even more because it activates the vagus nerve, responsible for balancing the sympathetic system, fight or flight, and parasympathetic system, rest and digest. In other words, you wake up your body without stress. You activate the flow without overloading. You connect with yourself before connecting with the world. And if you think all this sounds too good to be true, let me tell you what happened with Roberto. 72 years old, a former businessman, 3 children, married for 45 years, he told me, "Doctor, I thought my sex life was over. No more desire, no more firmness, and worst of all, I started avoiding my wife. It hurt because it wasn't just physical, it was emotional, relational. But we decided to start small. No meds yet, just the glass ritual, breathing, and a light 10-minute walk in the morning." 2 weeks later, Roberto returned with a different expression. He said his mornings were different, that he woke up with energy, that his wife was surprised, that he felt more confident. And you know what he said to me, smiling? "Doctor, I started looking at myself in the mirror again." That's what we're talking about here. It's not about magic formulas. It's about believing in your own body again. It's about creating conditions for it to function as it was meant to. And it all starts with a choice. A simple decision. A glass, a ritual, a new morning. Now that you've understood why the way you drink water can be so crucial for your vitality, I want to dive even deeper with you, because it's not just about the glass itself, but what it represents. It's the first step, the first signal you give your body that you're ready to change, and more than that you're willing to take control of your health. I know you might have tried other things, supplements, pills, promises. Maybe you've been disappointed. Maybe you've believed your time has passed. But the truth is, when you start acting with awareness, consistency, and simplicity, the body responds, and responds for real. I want you to pay attention in the next few minutes, because now we're going to talk about signals, reinforcements, and how to turn this simple morning ritual into a solid foundation for recovering your potency and confidence every day. And it all starts with a question. Are you willing to commit to yourself? Commitment. That's the word that differentiates those who improve from those who just watch time pass. The glass of water is just the beginning. The way you wake up, what you think in the first minutes, how you breathe, how you move. All of this shapes your body's chemistry, and it doesn't need to be complicated. After the glass, as I guide my patients, do a light 10-minute walk. It can be inside the house, in the hallway, in the yard. No need to run, no need to sweat. Just walk with attention, feeling your feet, your breath, your body. With each step, you're activating circulation. You're signaling to your system, I'm alive, I'm present, I'm ready for another day. If you can take this walk outdoors, even better. Exposure to natural light first thing in the morning helps regulate cortisol production, the stress hormone, and boosts natural testosterone release. Studies show that just 10 to 15 minutes of morning sun can improve your mood, energy, and yes, your sexual response. And after that comes the breathing. Remember the 4-2-6 technique. Inhale through your nose, counting to 4. Hold the air for 2 seconds, and exhale slowly, counting to 6. Repeat for 3 minutes. While doing this, place one hand on your abdomen and the other on your chest. Feel the air coming in, going out, your mind calming, your circulation flowing. This isn't mysticism, it's neurophysiology. You're activating the parasympathetic nervous system, responsible for relaxing, digesting, and performing. Now, a part that many ignore, the food that accompanies this ritual. After the glass and the walk, your body is open, receptive. It's the ideal moment to offer what it needs to stay at its best. Here's what I recommend to my patients: a breakfast rich in good fats, proteins, and essential minerals. You can start with free-range eggs, a slice of avocado, some Brazil nuts. Include a source of vitamin C, like an orange or a kiwi, to improve iron absorption and support nitric oxide production. And, if possible, a bit of pure, unsweetened cocoa, which helps release dopamine and improves circulation. These foods aren't just nutritious. They're strategically designed for men over 60 who want vitality, because what you eat in the morning influences how you feel all day. And all of this connects to what we discussed in the first part: the glass of water as the start of a cycle, a gear that, when properly activated, changes how your body functions and responds. And I know what you might be thinking. Doctor, this all sounds great, but will it work for me? And I tell you with all sincerity, yes, it works. As long as you do it consistently. It won't help to do it for 2 days and stop. The body responds to repetition. It needs routine, reinforcement, continuity. And to show you this, I want to tell you another story. Mr. Americo, 74 years old, a former military man, came to the office very skeptical. "This isn't for me, doctor. I've tried everything." And I understood. The frustration, the exhaustion, the disbelief. But I asked for one thing. "Mr. Americo, give me 14 days. That's all. Do the water ritual, the light walk, the breathing. Nothing more." 2 weeks later, he returned, smiling with a different look. He said he was sleeping better, that he'd woken up with an erection 3 times that week, something that hadn't happened in over a year. He said he felt desire, energy, and that his wife, who accompanied him, looked at him differently. And you know what he said? "It's not just about what's coming back down there, doctor. It's what's coming back inside here." That's what this ritual can do. It's not a miracle, it's an invitation, a restart, a reminder that your body is still there. It still responds. It can still surprise you. You just need to take the first step. And I also need to tell you about the most common mistakes, because many people try and don't feel the effects because they do it incompletely. A very common error is drinking the water and then immediately following with strong coffee and bread with margarine. That cancels out much of the effect. Wait at least 20 minutes after the glass before ingesting caffeine. Another mistake: using water with sugar, or adding boxed lemon, or using refined salt. That compromises the process. Use real, natural ingredients. Another point is the temperature. The water shouldn't be hot, but also not too icy. The ideal is fresh, between 15 and 20 degrees Celsius. That's enough to activate the reflex vasodilation process without causing thermal stress. And finally, the mental posture. I know it seems irrelevant, but what you think while doing the ritual matters. If you do it grudgingly, rushed, doubting, your body won't respond the same. Do it with intention, respect, presence. This is your moment. And I guarantee you, if you do this every day for at least 3 weeks, you'll notice changes. Maybe subtle at first: warmth in your extremities, greater mental clarity, a different awakening. And over time, responses you thought would never come back. And if you still want something more, there are other natural tools you can integrate, like specific teas, pelvic massages, contrast baths, deep breathing exercises, and nutritional strategies. And if you want, I can cover all that in upcoming videos. But right now, the most important thing is to start. Start tomorrow. Prepare your glass tonight. Leave everything ready. Wake up with that intention. Do this for yourself, not for others. Not out of obligation, but because you deserve it. You deserve to feel good, to feel alive, to feel like a man, no matter your age, no matter your history. Your body still can. It just needs the right signal. And if you felt truth in this video, I ask two things of you. Share it with another man who needs it. Maybe he's going through something and just needs a push. And leave in the comments the phrase, "I choose to take care of myself." That shows you're present, committed, and helps me continue producing this content for you. If you haven't subscribed yet, do it now, turn on the bell, and join me on this journey back to your strength, your clarity, and your power. I'm Dr. Anna, and I want to remind you, even after 60, 70, or 80, your body still has a lot to offer. It just needs to be heard, respected, and guided with awareness. See you in the next video of the healing journey.